So we are discussing about functions. Okay, functions are reusable blocks of code designed to perform specific tasks. So what will function do? Function is like a full of container which will get some like ingredients inside it and process it and throw a output, and that output will be stored in another container and that will be executed. Okay, so functions, in functions there are three four components are there. So first one is parameter. Parameter is a placeholder inside the function. So where it will be located here, this one. So what it will do? It will get the values. Okay. It will help to store the values. Okay. And arguments. What are the arguments? The real values we will put inside that A. So A is a box. So inside that whatever we will put, that they are the arguments. And some default parameters are there. If some any nothing, the e box didn't get nothing. So this e box didn't get nothing, then the default values will be executed. So that are the default parameters. So statement. Return statement is used to send a result back from a function. So if there is a function, the result is stored and inside there is another function. So to get it out of the function we will use return statement. So we will find out in the next chapters, no worry. And at the of when the return execute, the function stops running. At that point the returned value can be stored in a variable or used directly. Okay, so this must be remembered when. Okay, it's not working now, no problem. The return value can be stored in a variable or used directly. So there are different type of functions. So there are named function, anonymous function, function expression, arrow function, immediately invoked function, callback function, constructor function, async function, generator function, recursive function, high order function, nested functions, pure function, and rest parameter function. So we will go through that. First, we will understand some basic concepts of function. So before going, we should like know how to write basic, and we can understand the anatomy of functions. Okay, so first example, function print a is equal to 5 console.log a, and it will type hello 105. Okay, so we called the print function here and put the argument of hello, and it put hello, and we put 100, it put 100, we have put 5, it put 5. Okay, so arrow function is the one way we can write the above same code. Okay, it's indifferent. So in arrow function we use same parameter. Okay, and the variable value, function name, everything same, but writing format is little different. Here we will mention the type of variable, function name, e is a parameter, and console.log, console is a function we want to do. What function? That's the arrow function. Now print value, if we call the function same print value hello, it will produce hello. Okay, so row 13, 14, hello, and 100 both are here. You can see 14 and this one here. The code is also written hello. Okay, and if we use console log as a function, because console.log is also a function. Okay, so if we use that assigning to a variable, so we can also do that. Let's say 100, 20, 22, hello, and 100. You can again do that. And another function expression. So function expression also we can do by assigning a function like we have done console.log here. Same only we are doing, and we can inside that function we can mention another function, and if we execute it, it will come. Okay, so I'll write one code here. Print so here we are getting, oh okay, okay, print, it's need to be print. Okay, so the code 29 here, it is telling undefined. So what we can do, so yeah, because we haven't given the value here, let's say 100, so it has printed 100. So these are some common methods. You can just check it. I will pin it with the notes only, so you can go and check and practice these basic functions. Okay, and some other functions also we have used here. Let's say function double. Okay, okay, function double. What it will do? This is like computation function. Okay, so here what we are going, we are getting a value a, and we are multiplying it by 2 to make it twice. So that also we can do. So here double a, you can see console.log double of 5. So that also we are seeing another method of executing a function. Okay, and next function, can we write like normally, like DOPL, fine, let's say 10. Can we, why it is not coming? because it's obviously we haven't mentioned to print it inside the function. That's why we are mentioning outside. So we can do that also. So that's the difference here. Okay. And next function add. A plus b. This is common in every language. Okay. So add 5 and 3. So this is two parameters we are using. That's the special case here. So function add a comma b, like two parameters we have mentioned, and we told the computer to print it by adding these two by giving two arguments 5 and 3, and it has output given output of 8 and 10. Okay. So next, with the strings. Okay, with the strings what we can do, here one string we have taken in the parameter name. Okay, so no need to mention string int like that, like we will do in C and C++ in JavaScript, so no need to worry. S- so what it will mention, it will mention hello plus name. Name is the parameter, so we'll give it as argument, and it will print hello Alice and hello Bob. um, and other, also there. Okay, here, and here with two strings we are like giving an example of two strings function print location. Okay, so here we taken an example, like we want to type Bangalore in Karnataka. So if you want space, you can give the space, no problem. Okay, here we can see the space, and Miami in Bangalore. So two strings are taken as parameters, and in between whatever we want to add the statement, we will add in between two semicolons. Okay, and the print location, Bangalore, Karnataka, Miami, Florida. These are the uh, arguments. So this is the another basic example, and another with the three parameters in a string. Okay, so print meeting function print meeting. So what is string and integer? Those who know, string is just like names with the words and letters, and integer is numbers. So it will be mentioned int. Okay, so function with the three parameters. So here we can see just whatever words in between other than parameters you want to add, just add it inside the back quotes. Okay, and add plus only in between, so that makes the sense. So we have seen the result at the end. Rahul met Alice in Florida. Okay, so between the back quotes we have to make the space, then only we will get the space. And in the case of in also, here we can see Priya in Bangalore, it has been attached. So between the back quotes, these are the minor details we have to learn. So by practicing these only we can find all these mistakes we are going to make. So please practice, and I will attach my notes with the